Hi and welcome. I'm Anita Olivacce. I'm an intuitive life coach and I help people live their life purpose. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining this talk. Today, I'm just going to be sharing a bit about living your life purpose and, how you can do that, what life purpose is, what's the benefits of living your life purpose, things that can stop us from living our life purpose. And let's see what unfolds, because I like to leave it open as well and just allow what wants to come through to come through. So let's see where we can start with this. I guess we can start with the place that a lot of people are in when they're not living their life purpose. And what's really coming through is this space of depression or unhappiness. And it's like it can happen in any area of life, like in our relationships or in our career, where we're feeling unhappy and we're looking for something different, or maybe in our hearts we're being called to something more, or we feel like we're here for a bigger purpose, or we're starting to open to a new path, something completely different, maybe a spiritual path, or our soul is inviting us to go deeper and connect in with our true self. So that's kind of the place where we're going to look at, is the space that a lot of people are in when they're not living their life purpose. And it's really this space of unhappiness and unfulfillment, right? And it's this space of disconnection. It's like staying a lot in the mind, and it just feels like we're having a lot of thoughts and our minds are racing, and like busy minds, busy lives, feeling stressed, maybe going through the motions each day. It's kind of like what I'm being drawn to right now is, if you're in that space, then this is for you, and maybe you are being called to something deeper. Your purpose may be calling you. And it kind of brings me into, well, what is our life purpose? And so our life purpose is what we came to share. It's we embody our purpose, and by embodying our purpose and expressing that and sharing our gifts with the world, we experience more joy, more happiness. It makes us come alive. We contribute to the world. We help to raise the consciousness of the planet. And so your purpose is something that only you can do, And when we were young children, we were very connected with our life purpose and, full of joy and freedom and aliveness. And we come into life as this clean slate, right? As our truth, as awareness, as consciousness. And then, depending on how you were raised as a child, sometimes we then start getting conditioned and beliefs passed on from others and those around us, and getting these layers on top of who we truly are, our true self. And we come to identify with those layers and beliefs, and we come to believe that that's who we are, right? But really, what's going on there is like this, it's just beliefs, they were made in error when we didn't really understand the whole truth of the situation. But the beliefs create this identity, if you like, this ego mind, this false self who we come to think we are. And then we live our lives from that place rather than our deeper truth, which is that happiness and fulfillment. And that's where a lot of the pain and suffering comes from. It's when we're coming from the ego mind, or those limiting beliefs or all that misperception, and we're looking at life through that lens, and that's when we experience depression, and we're out of alignment with our purpose, and we may be stuck in jobs that we don't like. There may be that feeling of feeling trapped, or feeling restricted in some way. It's like when we identify with the mind, we experience limitation, okay? And we're not on our purpose path, if you like. So I guess what's happening is what we're going through and what we're experiencing right now on the planet is this shift, right? This shift is occurring, this shift in consciousness. And many people are awakening to truth. They're awakening to their true self, who they truly are. They're awakening to their purpose, their higher purpose of what they came to do in this world and share their gifts. They're awakening to this divine plan, this bigger plan. They're drawn to people with similar interests, or they're drawn to things that speak to their heart and allow them to express themselves creatively and in different ways, and allow their soul to express their gifts through them. So there's this shift that's occurring on the planet, where we're being invited to go deeper, go deeper within, beyond the ego mind, beyond the false self of who we think we are, to quieten that down and to get in touch with our true self, our infinite nature, that infinite intelligence. And what I feel right now as I'm saying it is for some people to spend time in that space, because it's a space of stillness, it's a space of peace and joy and love and happiness. And I can see that many people would benefit from getting in touch with this space within, this expansive, vast consciousness, and resting in that space for a bit, because that's where the true inner peace and true happiness is. It's within. And many of us spend our lives searching without, like looking in things outside ourselves for happiness, getting the next object, the next thing, going into the next relationship, looking for something to fill a void within. And really what we're looking for on a deeper level is that connection. We're looking for our truth, our true self. And so what I can see that really would help people as they open to their life purpose path is to, like, the first step is to get in contact with their truth and connect with their deeper self within. And these are just words pointing to that truth. It's more of a direct experience to go within, to quieten the mind chatter and go beyond that and access a greater intelligence that has all the answers, and it will guide you on your path to live your best life and to live your life purpose. So I saw that many people would benefit from getting in contact with that space and that spaciousness within, because it's like you breathe, Many of us run through our lives like just on to the next thing, and in this constant space of stress and struggle. And that is a key way of seeing that we're kind of off track a bit, like we're not on our life purpose. Because when we discover our life purpose and we're living that in every moment, and we're living in our highest good, there's just flow, and there's just ease, and there's grace, and there are synchronicities, and it's like the universe is supporting us. The universe is supporting us and bringing the right people in, moving you to the right place at the right time. Things are just flowing and resources are coming, and it's all happening so beautifully. And this is what it's like to live your life purpose. I'll share a bit about my story, if you like. So I guess, like, I've been on this path of looking for deeper meaning, and I was looking for fulfillment when I kind of started this path. And at the time, I was at university and I was working a lot as well. A few jobs I was working, and I just had this inner feeling, this inner knowing that what I was doing at the time, it just wasn't for me anymore. It wasn't right. It didn't fit. I don't know if you can relate to that. It's like I had outgrown it, but it didn't feel right anymore. And there was this inner voice calling me to something different. I didn't know what that different thing was. I just knew that it wasn't what I was in. But I was ready and open to explore a new way, an alternative path, because I was looking for fulfillment and deeper meaning and deeper connection. I remember one time specifically, I think I was having a conversation with one of the guests where I worked, and it's like I became aware of this empty feeling within. Like on this, it's like my awareness kind of split, and I was aware of what was going on the surface, the conversation we were having, and it just looked it sounded automatic. It just sounded automatic and just like going through the motions, right? And at the same time, I was aware of this feeling inside of just feeling empty, like there was like I was lacking substance. Like on the surface, I looked happy, but within, it just felt like I was empty and there was no substance. And I remember from that moment, things started to change. And it just felt like I wanted a deeper connection. And so I couldn't get those answers from outside me. Those around me didn't understand what I was going through at the time. So it led me on this inner journey, and I started to ask those deeper questions like, who am I? Why am I here? And started to awaken to my truth, true self, and started to see that there's more to us than just the body, the mind, the emotions, that we are infinite beings. And so it's led me on this journey of where I learned to connect with my true self, and I trained with Intuition Wisdom Institute, where I also learned how to access my answers within, that infinite intelligence that has all the answers. And I also learned how to heal my subconscious beliefs and trauma, and I also discovered my life purpose in that training. And so I discovered that my life purpose is to help people live their life purposes. And so that's what brings the greatest joy to me, just helping people discover their life purpose and then actually live it. So yeah, it's kind of been my journey. And now I'm in this place where, I never knew that I would be led down this path, but trusting that inner voice and that inner knowing that there's something more and you're being guided to something different. You're being called to something different. Answering that call just leads you into an amazing place, I'd say at the time I was it happened twice, I think, but there was a time where I was in depression, in a dark, dark place. But through connecting with my truth and going on this journey and healing those emotional wounds and, now living my life purpose, it's like you come out into the light. And it was like waking up from the dream, awakening and stepping into the light and now helping others. And so now I live in joy. Now I live my purpose and I love helping people live their purpose. Now there's happiness and fulfillment because I've discovered that within and I've gone a bit deeper. So yeah, and so that's why I help people now. I guide them on their life purpose. And I guess what makes this a bit different is that I'm working on different levels of people. So I'm working on their subconscious mind, and I'm also working on their superconscious mind, or their higher self or soul. And we're just releasing and healing trauma, any blocks that kind of stopping them from living their life purpose. So if you have any blocks coming up, then just know that you can, even just bringing your awareness and acknowledging them, because they're coming up for a reason, they're wanting that healing. But know that you can just clear them, and you don't have to re-experience the trauma, because a lot of this started when in our early childhood. You don't have to re-experience that. Once you're connected with your higher self, there's a quick way, like a fast track, if you like, so you can just move through that and start living in joy. Um, I think I'm being drawn to speak about this place of depression, disconnection, and moving into more of a space of connection. So let me have a look at what's going on there. So yeah, what wants to come through is really about that when, and I think I touched on this just now, but when we don't know who we truly are, right? And that's nobody's fault. But when we identify with that full self, or who we think we are, this mind-made self, we experience, because it's really coming from the ego mind, it's coming from this limited thinking like a box. When we believe the thoughts that are going on in our minds, we experience pain and suffering and depression. And it could feel like we're trapped in a situation, right? And if we just change the situation, like that feeling will go away. But there's things going on under the surface as well, subconsciously, like this, like trauma and stuff. Some people numb it out, but there's and some people bring their attention to it. And if we bring our attention to it, we can heal it. But if coming back to if we identify with the mind and the thoughts that are going on in our mind, then we experience the depression and this limitation and this pain and suffering. And those that are being called to live their life purpose, I guess the invitation is there for everyone, yeah? But some people are ready, and some people, we're eternal, so we have lifetimes. It's like, it's perfect whenever people are ready to like fully embrace and go all in on their life purpose. It's perfect, but we're always being invited to go deeper and to expand. And so moving from that space of feeling disconnected, which we're never actually disconnected, our true self is always flowing through us, but moving from this space of disconnection and depression, some may even say from fear, and into this space of connection, freedom, happiness, expansion, joy, life, knowing who you truly are and living your purpose. It's about moving beyond the mind, going beyond the mind, expanding, connecting with your truth, and living from that space through your day. And so that path, that journey doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be hard. I know there's beliefs, whether societal or even personal limiting beliefs, individual beliefs, that say it takes a long time, like this path of enlightenment or this path of expansion or truth or whatever your purpose is. It's like, it takes a long time or it's a struggle, but really it doesn't have to be like that. Okay. And that's why I'm here as well, because I take people on this beautiful, smooth journey process, kind of like step by step, so they can kind of go through that process without having to go through the hurdles and the bumps and everything that came along on my journey, but just allowing their journey to be smooth with ease and grace and get connected and discover their purpose. So ultimately, I feel that we're here to live our full potential, discover who we are and discover why we're here, and then live it and express it and share our gifts. And that's how we change the world. We change the world by first, we could say, changing ourselves. It's more like discovering our truth and discovering our purpose and then sharing that. That's how we change the world. The world is like a reflection of our state of consciousness. It's a reflection of us. So as we change and grow and evolve and we're living our purpose, we see that reflected in the world around us. So I feel that we're here to live our purpose, and that brings the ultimate fulfillment when we know who we are, our truth, whatever you want to call that inner connection, to something higher. And we know our higher purpose and we're living it in the faith and trust. Then we're aligned with the universe. We're aligned with the evolution of the universe, of the earth. We are in alignment. And life becomes a bit tricky when we come off that path. And once you know what your life purpose is, and then you come off your path, then you're really aware that you're off it. And so you have to kind of guide yourself back on. But yeah, just living your life purpose is the safest path through life. As Daniel Regnitzer said, when we live our life purpose, it's the safest path through life. And it's so true. Just from my own experience, I can say that's true as well. It's like there's so much fulfillment and joy and happiness and love. And then when you come off that, it's the complete opposite. Maybe there's like misery and suffering and unhappiness. And it's just kind of like, it's beautiful how it works, like this divine order, because our higher selves are wanting us to live in joy, our higher selves, our truth is expressing through us and wanting us to experience joy. So when we come off it, where we experience those places of struggle and suffering to kind of guide us back onto the path of joy and happiness again. So thank you so much for joining this talk and this sharing and exploring purpose, and just being with this talk as it's coming through and what's flowing and unfolding. Just as a special thank you, I'd love to give a special prize to one of you watching, to a lucky winner who would like this. I'd love to offer a free 30-minute intuitive healing session. So if you are wanting healing in your life right now, in any area of your life, or you're looking for insights or guidance, it could be related to living your life purpose. Like if there's, you could look at what's stopping you from living your life purpose or gain some insights into what your life purpose is. But really this session, this healing session, is here if you'd like to remove your biggest block on your path, so, and in any area of your life. So during this session, I'll identify the root cause of your issue, whatever's going on for you, and I'll create a shift there for you. And it's such a beautiful healing process. During that session, I'm working with your higher self and also your subconscious mind, and we're bringing truth and healing into your subconscious mind to create shifts and release blocks in there. So you don't have to do anything, you can just relax and enjoy the process. And yeah, I don't actually need to know a lot about like what's going on as well. You can just share where the block is or what's going on for you, and I'll tune in and have a look at the root cause of that, and I'll create a shift for you. So if you would like that, then all you have to do to begin with a chance to win that is to send me an email. And yeah, if you can, just write in 50 words or less why you would like that intuitive healing session. And I will be picking or randomly, I'll be selecting someone from that to receive the intuitive healing session. And yeah, I will notify them within 1 week's time. And yeah, they'll receive that beautiful, special gift. Very healing, very transformational, and such a beautiful experience to connect with your higher self in that energy and experience your higher self in that session. So if you would like that intuitive healing session, then all you have to do is send an email to Anita, that's Anita, at guided, GUIDED, by essence, ESS for sugar, EN for November, C for Charlie, E for Echo.com. So Anita at guidedbyessence.com to be in with a chance to win that free 30-minute intuitive healing session. And yeah, just thank you everyone for joining me today and watching this. And I am wishing you so much love and peace and blessings on your journey and with discovering your purpose or living your life purpose. And if you're feeling called to live your life purpose or discover your purpose, or you feel like you're not in the right place right now of where you'd like to be, or perhaps you feel unfulfilled or unhappy, or you feel like something's calling you somewhere else, like your heart's calling you somewhere else, or you'd like some guidance or direction, or you're looking for a new career, or there's lots of different things coming through now. But yeah, if you're looking to live your life purpose, then I invite you to check out my website. It's guidedbyessence.com. And on there, you'll see, you can learn a bit more about this, and you'll see a link to my calendar where you can book a free 45-minute consultation. And that's just a conversation where we can get to know each other, and I can learn a bit more about where you're at and where you'd like to be, and see if I can help you, on your journey. And if I can't, then I'll guide you to someone who can. So that's guidedbyessence.com. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm sending so much love, blessings and happiness. And yeah, I'm just wishing for the best, and I hope that you fulfill your full potential and live your life purpose if that's in your highest good and that's what you want to do. Okay, thank you. Sending love. Bye.